I'm Gretchen.
I'm Lisa.
And we're the Salty Sisters. We own Sea Salt Candy Company. Our business is salted confections. Right now we make salted toffees and caramels, as well as our brand new line of salted boozy caramel sauces.
Our flagship toffee is actually called the Claim to Fame. It's actually my great aunt's recipe.
Think about a chai spice caramel with white chocolate and a ginger infused sea salt. Java toffee with whole espresso beans inside, dark chocolate and a coffee infused sea salt on top. Almond toffee with whole almonds from family farms, dark chocolate, crushed walnuts and sea salt on top. We have a brand new chili verde caramel, which is spicy. We dip that in a true dark chocolate, top it with chili infused sea salt and chili flex. So you get dark chocolate, you get the honey in our caramel, and then you get that kick of spice. We call it the hotter salty sister. Our newest line is our Saucy Sister Boozy Caramel Sauces. Of course, I'm looking for a way to write off my alcohol, and we found it. We have Frisky Whiskey, salted whiskey caramel sauce, and it's the only caramel sauce on the market that actually has 5% alcohol. We have a coconut rum sauce, we have a spicy chili tequila sauce, and then for those who like it a little more mellow, we have our virgin vanilla bean and our salted dark chocolate caramel sauces. And those can be used for anything from topping ice cream to using as a glaze on salmon or rimming a cocktail glass, you name it. And so what we're finding is that not only is there a demand for this, there's nothing else like us out there. We are the sea salt candy company. That is all we do, is make candies with that salty, sweet combination.
We are seeking $200,000 for a 10% share of our company.
That money will be used to expand our production capacity, purchase equipment, and also help launch our flagship store, which will serve as a model for future expansion, for creating our franchise plan, and for getting started on our franchising. Our plan ultimately is to be a household name in California and nationwide in the next 5 years, opening anywhere from 20 to 40 franchise locations in affluent coastal communities on the West Coast. Folks are already calling us wanting to get on the list to franchise our business. And that's when we thought, wait a second, we have a standalone brand that can move beyond wholesaling. We can move into creating what we call our Salty Sisters boutiques. What you bite into is a soft crunch that doesn't break your teeth, a toffee that's full of whole nuts from California farms, topped with real chocolate, real white chocolate, real milk chocolate, and then it has those surprising little crunchy salt crystals on top. It's just phenomenal.
We call it having a moment where they can't even speak to us and they just glare, or they're like in their own, like in their selves. And we could say, well, it's okay, just step to the side, well, you can have your moment. That's what we call it.
If you want to give them a little bit of privacy, get back to me when you're finished with your moment. So in our first 6 months in business, we did about $60,000 in sales just through farmers markets alone. 2012 showed our first full 12 months of sales, and we almost hit the $200,000 mark. That puts us on track to grow at about 75% per year. Our sales in the first 3 months of 2013 are about $60,000, what we did in our first 6 months in operation. So we are growing like crazy.
We put in about $70,000. Gretchen's cashed in her retirement. I had a small trust from my grandparents and from my family, and this is our passion. This is our niche. This is what we do. This is it, this is what we do now.
What we wanted to do with our brand and with our candy definitely is to create a luxury item, but a luxury item that is also accessible. We've created a brand that captures the essence of California, of the coastal lifestyle, and fits really well into that salty, sweet flavor combination. So our tagline really is sweet California sunshine kissed with sea salt. What's interesting about us, that we're not really sisters. We are sisters, we tell people, by marriage. What they don't know is that it's our marriage.
Yeah.
And
They know.
They
Please.
know, they know about her, they don't know about me, so they scratch their heads when I tell them.
Heads explode.
What we have now at this stage in the game, not even 2 years in, is a completely cash-funded business. We have zero debt. We have taken out no loans, and we are learning how to work together. I think Lisa is phenomenal behind the scenes, managing the kitchen, managing production. What am I good at?
Everything else. Everything else. A majority of people aren't willing to do what we're doing. You know, you have to take that risk in order to be successful. You know, and my father, you know, I told my father, I would rather try this and fail than to wonder what if. And so if this is what it is, this is what it is. And, you know, how do you fight with that? You know, how do you use support, you get on the train, or you get out of our way. That's just how it is.
Good. Look at
Wow.
you. You're warming up.
2 hours later.